Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to the next free-to-play Ultimate Iron Man progress video. Doing this one a little bit sooner than I was planning to, but my plans for this account have changed, so I think it's about time to let you guys know what I'm up to, what my plans are, and what I'm currently working on, which is the same thing I've been working on for a while, ranging anyways, but my plans for after ranging are a bit different now. But yeah, I am currently at 87 range, so I've made some decent progress since the last video with that. And I will be doing lots more ranging from here on. I'm getting fairly close to 88 now, but I'm playing a good amount of hours in this account currently. I was not super consistent with it since the last video, but I'd like to become more consistent with it and try to make some good progress because I'm feeling really motivated to keep this account going and get the future of this account going, get past the ranging. So I was originally planning to go for 85 smithing so I could boost +1 to 86 and make a rune hatchet. So then I could use that to train woodcutting efficiently, woodcutting and fire making together, of course. That would definitely still be nice, and I would like to still go for that, but I think I'm actually going to go higher if I can make it that far. You need 90 smithing to make a rune scimitar, so I could +1 boost that from 89. And I think that's the smithing level I'm going to go for. 89 smithing would be very nice, and it would allow me to train melees efficiently. The thought of training melees on a free-to-play Ultimate Iron Man with a rune scimitar just sounds really cool, and it'd be something that I would really like to accomplish, and I've got the drive for it right now anyways, I guess, but it will be very long road, so we'll see if I can make it. My general plan for getting there is I don't think I'm going to do any goldsmithing. I think I said in my last video that I was going to, after using up some arrows or getting to a certain number of laws, I was going to test out gold versus iron for smithing. I don't think I'm going to do gold because just thinking about it, I don't really think it's macro efficient for a free-to-play ultimate. Assuming you can get enough laws and actually utilize all the laws that you get from combat training and kill the good monsters for laws, I should be able to do only tiaras for crafting, which are faster than gold, but worse smithing XP, and then I can do only iron smithing for the remainder of the smithing XP, which is, it uses a lot more law runes, but it is faster XP per hour than gold also. So between the two of those, that will save quite a bit of time over doing like gold to 99 crafting and then the remainder of the smithing with iron. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So 99 crafting would get me about 3.4 mil smithing XP. So that would be enough to get me to 85 right there, and then I need to do 4 more levels after that with iron, which is another like 1.4 mil smithing XP, and I'll do that with iron. So the total amount of laws I need to do all of that is about 16.5k. About 9.7k would go into crafting, doing silver from crafting guild and then teleporting to Falador, smelting, making tiaras, walking back, repeat. And then the last 6 something k, I think 6.5k, will be for the ironsmithing. So once I get up to 6.5k laws, 5.7k right now, I might actually do the ironsmithing then. I think I will do the ironsmithing before doing the crafting. Since silver is a higher mining requirement than iron, it's slower to mine, so having a higher mining level will be more beneficial for that than for iron, so may as well do the ironsmithing first, get that done, and then have higher mining to do silver mining for tiaras and get a bit faster XP that way. I think it would be a bit more efficient. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm not sure whether I'll build up all the laws first and then do the iron, then the crafting, or whether I'm going to build up the laws, do the iron, then come back for more laws and do the crafting after that. We'll see. But it's going to be a solid like 300 hours or so more of the Enkus if I want to go for that. So that's going to be lots more time to AFK and still play my main. I'm doing Brimhaven most of the time. I'm kind of AFK on my main right now just so I can not be too distracted. But yeah, I'm usually doing Brimhaven well. Doing the Enkus, which is quite reasonable to do. It's not too crazy or anything, and I can maintain good rates on both accounts, which is nice. As far as the rune essences, I probably will actually be crafting air runes by crafting them as I'm walking back to the crafting guild, since the air altar is right along the way there, and it would probably save a lot of time to do that than to separately do body runes. I could get more XP out of these if I do body runes, but I'm not really too concerned about runecrafting XP on this account. I don't really see myself ever actually going for 99 or anything, because it's ridiculously time consuming and doesn't really benefit anything else. It's kind of like in a vacuum runecrafting on ultimates, because most likely the runes you're crafting aren't going to use. If I make air runes with these, I will actually use the air runes for teleports and for fire strikes, but for the most efficient way to really grind rune crafting outside of noted essences is to make earth runes, and I don't think I would use earth runes for anything. So yeah, I would only ever train rune crafting if I got like every other 99, which is probably like 6,000 hours or more. So yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon, or probably ever. So yeah, I'm just going to use them to craft air runes along the way, which may mean that I'm going to do some crafting first just to get these used up, and then do smithing so I don't have the inventory space lost. But yeah, I'd probably do most of the smithing like with iron before doing the crafting. As far as the mithril ores, unfortunately most of them will just have to be sold to the general store because they're not worth using, definitely, unless you have nature runes. Even with nature runes, I'm not positive they're worth using, but it's, I guess, more likely. Because with nats, I can superheat and mine coal at the mining guild and make a lot of bars in one inventory, and then probably teleport to Varrock to the anvils or something like that, and teleport back to Falador. Probably could get pretty good smithing XP that way. But yeah, most of the mithril ores I get from Enkus will have to be sold, because in order to get nature runes efficiently, I have to kill moss giants with melee. There's not really worth ranging or maging anything that drops nature runes. And in order to melee, I need to get my smithing to 89 first, so I need to kill a lot of Enkus. So it's kind of self-defeating in a way, but 16.5k laws shouldn't be all of 99 range. I probably would be like 96, 97 range, somewhere around there. So the remainder of that range XP I could actually store some myth ores and use them, which will be nice. And yeah, that's part of my motivation for wanting to get to 89 smithing as soon as I can, is to just be able to use some of those myth ores. It won't really make a massive difference, but it's still something, it would be kind of cool to at least try that out, rather than just have to waste all of them. It does turn into some GP, but they're like 16 GP each in the general store. Maybe when I'm selling them, I'll stream it so people can buy them out and sell them to the GE for some nice profit, because these are like 400 GP in the GE, so that would be like, I don't know, 1.5 mil or something like that. If I could transfer them to my main, but I think that 50k on this account is worth more to me than the 1.5 mil on my main, so I'm probably just going to keep them on this account. As far as funding all the ranging, I think I should have plenty of money if I only use bronze arrows to get all the rest of the laws. Currently, 500k. I get a decent amount of money over time from the coin drops here, surprisingly. I think I've made like 50 or 60k GP since the last time I went to buy more arrows, so that adds up to something. I mean, that's enough to buy, well, bronze arrows are 6 GP each once they're like at their highest price, so that's almost enough to buy another 10,000 bronze, which is, and I think I've used 15 to 20,000 arrows, some of which were iron in that time, so I will slowly be diminishing my cash stack, but as of now, I mean, this is almost enough to buy 100k bronze arrows right there, which should be plenty to do all of the range training that I would need. And I will be building up addy arrows also, which I'll use from 97 onwards is when they max 16, which is their highest possible hit in free to play. So I'll wait until then to ever use any addy arrows just to get the most out of them. But yeah, from 87 to 92, bronze and iron arrows both have a max hit of 11, meaning that they're the same DPS. So I'll be using bronze arrows till 92 at least, and then I'll see at that point whether I think I'll have enough money to afford iron arrows from 92 to 96, because 96 is when the iron or the bronze arrows catch up to the iron arrows again to hit 12s. So from 96 plus range, you should basically never use iron arrows unless you're in members and have like some damage, like range strength boosting thing. But yeah, that's kind of nice to know if I ever do any ranging from 96 plus or from 99 plus or whatever. It'll be bronze arrows, nice and cheap all the way. But yeah, I don't expect to be bringing in much profit at all on this account for a very long time. In terms of GP, I'd actually prefer to get rid of it if at all possible, because when I'm doing crafting and smithing, I think I'm actually going to try to have 0 GP, since I could save an inventory space that way. I don't think I'll be selling tiaras to the shops. I think I'll just be dropping them, and same with the iron items I'll be making. I just don't think it's really worth it, because the only things I'm going to need coins for are buying some feathers for fishing eventually and buying runes for magic. And magic I don't plan to do until after melees, because I can get a lot of chaos and death rune drops from moss giants, and I'll also be getting a lot of magic XP through teleports from my law runes. So I guess I will need to put aside some money to buy air runes, water and fire runes for various teleports. But for the most part, I don't think I'll need a huge amount of GP. If I do actually do crafting to 99 with tiaras and then eventually 99 smithing with iron, I'll get like 2.3 mil magic XP just from all those teleports, so that adds up to a nice amount. And then I think that I'm actually going to get a decent amount of money from killing moss giants. From what I've heard from Disciple, who's done a fair amount of them now, you actually get a decent amount of coin drops, and you can also get black square shields, which you can sell, and probably a couple other things that could add up to some money, which would be nice. So I think through like the several thousand hours of melee training you have to do there for all three of the melee 99s, might actually be able to get enough GP, somewhere around probably like 5 mil to afford 99 magic, and then it's like, I don't know, 600-700k, maybe a mil to buy the feathers for 99 fishing, something like that. So I don't think I'm really going to need to sell much of anything for crafting or smithing, and that will work out pretty nicely because having that extra inventory space of not having coins definitely will help with the XP per hour in the long term. But yeah, I'll spend as much of this money as I can on arrows, and if there's any left over, I'll probably just buy, you know, air runes, fire runes, whatever else, because those I'll need to have in my inventory either way, especially air runes, since you need air runes for any teleport, regardless of what teleporting you're doing, and also you use them for fire strikes, so definitely will use up any air runes that I happen to get. So if I have like surplus GP, I can always just dump it on air runes and save that inventory space, which will work out pretty nicely. As far as gems, I've brought the chisel with me and I'm cutting every gem drop that I get just to get some crafting XP over time. It adds up, but I'm dropping all of the sapphires and dropping emeralds at this point, and just keeping as many as I can, but dropping the rest that I get until I end this trip again and have to buy more arrows. Then I guess I'll sell the gems that I have to the shops in Falador. But yeah, I'm not really too concerned about having to take much more frequent trips just to sell like every single sapphire and stuff, because it just doesn't really seem worth it since GP isn't really too valuable to me on this account at this point, as I was just saying. But yeah, I think that's most of the rambling that I had in mind for this video, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed listening to it, and the extremely exciting video footage as well. But yeah, I'll be getting my next range level pretty soon, so that would be cool. And I should be, whenever I'm streaming, having this account down in the corner, and I can flip back and forth between the two if you guys want to see the progress. But yeah, I'll be ranging for a solid month, maybe 3 weeks. We'll see how many hours I can put in, but yeah, I'll probably be ranging for most of the rest of August anyways to get all these laws, unless I decide to do some of the smithing beforehand or something if I feel like it, but we'll see. So I'll update you guys with more progress in another video, either when I'm done collecting laws or when I'm about to start some smithing or crafting, whatever happens first. So see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.